Hello, everybody. Welcome to your Monday night Plastic Crack podcast. Now, if we've got this right, because I've been reliably informed that we've been getting it wrong, it's season 7, episode 12. Is that right?
No, it's 15.
You know what? We could just change that and just see. We should just pick
No,
up
it's 12. I only know because when I'm putting it on Spotify, it's the one, because we're always dotting around everyone's channels. We kind of lose track of which one we're on. But when you put it up on Spotify, it links them all in successive order. So I realised we had 2 10s, and I'm thinking
this is what happens when you're not here, Dom. This is what happens. This is what happens.
The admin falls to pieces.
I have never been accused of being good at admin, Steve.
I feel like we might regret that. But anyway, guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, we've got Steve from On Point HQ there. We've got Dom from Boots on the Table down there. Not in the boot room. He is.
He's on tour.
He's not abroad.
I'm on tour.
Abroad.
Yeah.
He's in the wild. Dom in the wild. He's on spring. He's
a frightening thought, really, isn't it?
Wild Dom. He is.
You released into the wild.
You looked pretty wild on a Saturday morning when I saw you. You looked pretty wild.
I love the fact I walked up to you. We were at Salute this Saturday morning, and I walk in, and I literally just walked in, and I was just starting to do a little preamble around the place, and Martin comes rushing over, and he says, "God, you look awful." I said, "Okay."
I thought something had happened.
You too, mate.
I thought something had happened on the journey. I thought I
can imagine that set you up for the day.
I felt so much better, Steve. I really did. I felt right from that moment onwards. I felt.
That's why I'm here. I'm here for your personal well-being. So anyway, thank you for joining us tonight. We're really excited about tonight's stream. So first of all, it is just a hobby stream. We are just going to be chatting, but we are going to be announcing the first wave 1 of the CrackCon games, because the CrackCon tickets go on sale tomorrow. So we're not going to wait to a new section. We're going to do the project updates, and then we're going to tell you about them. We're going to show you the first wave of games, and then just chat about the day and what's coming. And then the sort of topic that I thought it would be worthwhile having a bit of a chat about, which is just our channels, as if we don't talk about those enough on our own videos. But I just thought it'd be fun because we've mentioned it before, just sort of like, what were we doing when we set the channels up? Where are the channels currently, Steve? And where are they? And where are they going? Or where would we like them to go? And I thought it'd just be fun as well for the community to, like, I don't know, if you guys, if you've got like not video requests, but ideas or things that you would like to see YouTubers sort of doing in our little niche and within the niche. And I know there's a few other guys watching, like Alex, and that is like, what about ideas? What video is it that you want to see that none of us have made? And now we're going to get some kind of like horrendous comment.
Goodness, you really have asked for trouble now.
Yeah.
Community guidelines.
I was regretting that one. I tell you what, I done a video the other day, and when I went back to the footage, because obviously, we cut it and, kind of like that. But there's always that fear, isn't there, that you leave something in, like when you do something wrong and you swear. And I'm very, very tired. I'd had a very bad day. So I had to go back, and I actually sat there and rewatched the whole thing from beginning to end before I even started to like export it or anything like that. Because I just thought this is going to go wrong. But anyway, let's do a very quick roundup of who is here. Only Tanks. Yeah. Pile of potential hobbies. Afternoon. I figured I'd watch from the hobby channel today. Lots of amazing Paul Hicks sculpts on the painting desk. Excellent. Everyone likes Paul Hicks. We've Dom and I both walked away with those from at Salute.
Yeah, we did. We did. Things were bought.
Red Steph is here. He spent all day mixing concrete, and now he's feeling his age. Bicker City's here. How you doing? Rob Yonts, how are you? How's it going, dude? David Thew, Paul's Paint Shed. He's working on Baron's War and Frank's. Alid's here. How you doing, dude? Lionheart. Andy Sykes, Wargaming History, Mark Riding, East Norfolk, Wout Hendrickson, how you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Nick Dawson, how you doing from the real side of Bury St Edmunds? Well, my side's fairly real. It's just very, very quieter than normal. William Major is here, Campbell Johnny, Trevor Hodgkins, Carl Burks, Mobile and Hostile, of course, Storm Still, we've already seen, History and Dice, Mark Schubert, Real Steve, Cowabunga. Cowabunga. My Tessa's just gotten into the turtles, but like proper turtles. So Cowabunga indeed. Adam Kirtley, Satchel Mortzik, how you doing, dude? Shakers and Sprues. It was really nice to see you, James, and your flat cap on Saturday, representing the Grim North. Well there. Mark Blow, double dip. Ruck and Mall, Krusty Colonel, how you guys all doing? Dutch Army Painter, Matt Wright, how you doing? Now I'm going to call Matt out because I don't know if you guys saw this post he put up in the Facebook group where he put up
woe is me.
He essentially said that he was strong-armed by Robin and I into buying those because Robin and I were me and Matt were checking out the Classic Fantasy Battles sort of demo table, and they were explaining the rules to us and how it's going to work, and it looked really interesting. Proper old sort of rank and flank, but you can mix the units, so you could have like say bases of orcs and then like a giant in the middle because they all just contribute dice into a big pool of dice. And then Matt saw that there were some skeletons, like these are the War Games Atlantic, tiny 10mm ones, and then we floated over to the where they were on the shelf, and he basically said after me basically going, just buy them. He said he wasn't going to buy them unless I bought something as well, and I said, well, I will plan to buy something. And so he put them down, walked away. We then said goodbye to him, and then he went back, had a beer, and then went back and bought them. I believe is that right, Matt? Is that the right? Yeah, I think it's something like that.
I think that's a self-inflicted purchase. That one, self-inflicted.
Yeah. I'm not taking the blame for it. Yeah. Although I like I say, you might not have seen them actually, but very cool. And it's Ewok Kebab. Well, hang on, it's jumping around. Oh my god, what's happened to my mouse? It's all gone. I've lost it. I lost things. There we go. Right. Who else have we got? Stanis Bravian. Say Eccentric Man. How you doing, dude? How you doing? Ken. It was really nice to meet you. And Big Woody. Hello, dude. How are you doing as well? Miller's Miniatures. Hey, Miller. Played a nice game with Miller, didn't we, Dom?
We did.
Jousting game. Where what did he say?
The longest ever joust.
Yeah, abysmal.
Yeah, that was the word. That was the word he used.
Abysmal. Yeah. I think it. Yeah, I think
we kept hitting, but we didn't do anything.
I didn't hit. Was... Dom, I didn't
actually,
hit.
You didn't hit.
You did. No. You didn't have to make one save, or I didn't
that's
make
very
one
true.
roll.
I didn't, did I? I hit you about 5 times, but then only 5 out of pure boredom actually knocked you off your horse. I think the
horses fell asleep. I think that's but there is photographic evidence of Dom being a knight on a squig, so I've got that photographic evidence. So
I was forced into it. I didn't mind too much because I am into the weird shit, so it's all good.
You are now, yeah. Well, I said, you are properly now because I watched Dom's video the other day when he said, I'm doing some weird stuff, but I pointed out how it was all still human sized and human proportioned, so I made him go and buy a troll.
So that he did. He made me buy a troll. Yeah, he did. I mean, it's a very nice, but it's
it's a Paul Hicks troll.
It's a Paul Hicks troll. So
it's the finest of trolls. And did you get a wolf in the end?
I got he didn't have. I had the Lord, not Lord, the warband
champion guy.
Champion guy.
Yeah,
that's the word. But they didn't have. He didn't have any of the other ones, which I would have bought. But no.
Yeah, I got those. I bought those. Bloody loads of wolves dripping in chainmail.
They were flying off the shelf, I have to say. I mean, it was only about mid-morning when I went along there, and there wasn't an awful lot left. He must have sold pretty much everything.
I think he did. Yes, Robin has seen plenty of weirdos that are human proportioned. Yes, that's very true. That's very true. But yeah. What's that? After a monologue about how you didn't force someone to buy minis, you just say, I forced Dom to buy a mini. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not consistent, mate. It's not consistent at all. Yeah, I'm sorry, Steph. I'm sorry, Steph. What can I say?
But Steph says all this, but then Steph enjoys the Tiger Bar. So
true.
I know.
True.
I know.
It doesn't get much weirder.
Everyone needs their out. Everyone needs to vent. Oh dear. Anyway, how are you guys doing? How are you, Steve? Before, because Dom and I probably wax lyrical about Salute, but how was your weekend? How's your week been?
It was good. Had a nice long weekend, nice day off today. Watched films. Oh, film recommendation. The Old Woman with the Knife. Absolutely fantastic film. It's like John Wick if John Wick was an old woman from Korea.
Where did you find this?
Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Was this like an early morning thing?
No. It was first film of Friday night. It was absolutely. Honestly, I'd seen it the week. It got recommended a week before. I thought, no, I'll leave that till next week. Yeah, put it on. Absolutely fantastic, brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
It does. I agree.
Recommended.
Yeah. Dwarven mustache. He says, "Is it like hobo with a shotgun?" It kind of does say it all on the.
Two films. Two films that don't mess around with the titles. Hobo with a Shotgun is a good film, though. I do like that.
I can't help Steve's the algorithm that feeds Steve's film habit must sort of every so often glitch and go, I can't believe we're doing this, but we're going to recommend it, and then he still looks at it and they go, I can't believe this, we're going to recommend something else.
I like that. Wargamer Kent. What's the sequel? Middle-aged man. And also, it was nice to catch up with you, dude. And congratulations for you lot on the board and the award.
Still got a spiffing tash as well.
It was. I've got Hobo on VHS. Dwarven mustache. I did see you very quickly, but you were going in the opposite direction. So he's putting his Salute video out tomorrow. I hope you guys have grannies with grenades. That sounds like an expansion for Space Weirdos. Grannies with grenades. But fantastic. What have you been up to, Steve?
That was the highlight of my weekend, actually, that film. Absolutely brilliant. Really, really good film. Yeah, just painting wise, I'm going to show you what I've been up to. So it's still weird. So I've been working on So my first Primara Space Marines using this grim dark aesthetic, and I finished the first 5. So there we go. Very nice. Grim, very dark.
They are very grim.
I've always imagined Marines to look a bit grim like that. Not Ultramarines in the way they look. So I've just been working through these. Really, really enjoying it. What else we got? There's another guy there.
I like that.
Particularly angry looking chap there. And then there's him. It's been good. So that's it. That right there is a force for Grimdark Future Firefight. 5 Marines. That's it. So I'm going to paint some different ones. I'm actually building one at the moment. And then there's something else as well. So Space Nam by War Games Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
So I bought them a box of those Space Nam.
Okay.
Not Space Gran. Space Nam.
No, Space
Gran. Space Gran. Grannies and lasers.
I bought a box of them last January, and they've been in the stash since then. I've barely looked at them. So I thought, I've been a bit different. Let's paint them up. So I finished these today. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That guy at the back right. He doesn't. He never does leg day, does he?
No.
It's amazing. That's awesome. Oh, lovely.
I was talking to my mate on Friday about them, and I said, a lot of the heads resemble patients from Broadmoor. They've all got that kind of sort of lunatic look about them.
Love it.
That's very cool. Really nice. I like the red effect on the scope. That's
I wasn't
cool.
gonna. Yeah, I was a last minute thing, and then there's this guy just reminds me of Dylan from Predator.
Just were you tempted to snip his arm off and have it on the ground?
I was tempted, yes, but no. Again, it's a kit that's been in the stash for ages. I've never not done anything with it. I mean, I've looked at it a few times. So I started those on Friday, and finished them today. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Space Bros.
Space. I thought you said Space Bros. Then I was like Space Bros.
Grinding latex. What?
That's a specialist channel.
I think
Miller.
James, I think you're getting a little big. I think I said lasers, but grannies and latex is that's different. There you go. That's a little bit longer than normal. That's a little bit longer. Oh dear. So, Dom, what have you been doing that's not salute? What were you doing that isn't salute?
Salute, non-salute stuff. I mean, again, it's an eclectic mix on my table of a variety of things. I continued down with. I finished off the orcs, what I bought from Mr. Hicks for War Host. So I finished them off. So there's the. I guess they're the armored footmen.
Oh,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They were great. I mean, the scale armor and all sorts, and I really enjoyed just sort of. Even though I don't really do this sort of stuff very often, it is very satisfying to do something very different and get a bit mucky with it, nasty with it.
Yeah.
So that was fun. So that was them bunch, and lots of you don't have to worry about it being ultra clean, do you? Even though those blues look really bright, they're not. That's just the light. But yeah, that was fun. And then finished off the scenes or the command group.
Oh, nice.
The only thing is I haven't got the flags. I need to get some flags. I tried to get them at Salute and then I completely forgot. So
there's a lot of people because I was looking at the flag poles and I was like, because he's got that lovely bit of molded. If you you just where the crossbar is, and I'm sitting there going, I'm going to get a different banner. But somebody that shared a post on the Warhost website, which Andy then shared, and Paul, where they're just hanging the flag from the crossbar rather than having it.
What I went for in the end.
And I was looking at that going, yeah, that's the way. Because I was just looking, going, well, I don't want to cover up all that lovely sculpting that he's done.
No, because you can't quite see it, but on the downward bit, as you say, they've got sort of all sorts of detail there. It's really interesting.
I really like that set. That's what it come on. I really like the hornblower. You got him at the back there, the one who's got and then also the wizard who's got that weird sort of. He's got I don't know. I couldn't work out if it was like a crossbow with a skull on it or if it's a stick, a stick with a skull. And I
don't really know what that is, but it looks nasty. No, I like the guy with the massive mace with a skull on the end. I think that's fantastic.
Like it's cool though because you can. I quite like it that you can. We've got a lot of options for which lord you're going to put in and how you're going to arm him for each battle, and they're lovely. They are very, very nice.
Too late. So that was fun. And then I kind of headed back in. I thought I really ought to get back into some sensible stuff. So I finished off those piano miniature box of froggies for. Because they sent me those ages ago, and I'd only done a couple of figures just to sort of get a feel of what they were like. But I thought I'd better finish off the battalion and the skirmishers. So that was nice to do. Although again, I thought I had a flag, but could I find a flag? No. So I'm going to have to try and find a flag for that one. But nice box. I really enjoyed doing those, even though they're French. But I've got to have something to kill with my English, haven't I? I'm sorry. I'm really excited to see what War Games Atlantic do next with piano. Clearly, from what Charlie said on the stream when you had him on, they're definitely doing some more piano stuff. So I'm excited to see what comes next.
I think they're on to a winner there, and it's sort of we've been discussing. Obviously, the Perrys have their sets; they're not going anywhere. But it's really nice and exciting to see something
different. Yeah. And I don't know about you, but I saw so many people wandering around Salute with boxes of these things under their. Thanks, Steph. Fantastic. Good. Clutching boxes of piano miniature figures as they wandered around the show. In fact, I was literally heading away as the show was closing on Saturday, and I bumped into Tony, and he was coming the other way. He was rushed away from a game he was playing, clutching another 2 boxes of these things, having told me earlier in the day he wasn't going to buy any more. So,
did he? Yes. Yeah. There were a lot. There were quite a few people wandering around with them.
They were everywhere. And then I don't know why, but I was looking through boxes and I found a Japanese bridge. So I finished that off. Just because why not, really? Just for something different. So that was all on painting. I did have an absolutely cracking. I put some pictures up in the Facebook page, so people who might be interested if they've already seen them. But if not, a couple of pictures from the game we had on Friday night, which was a real doozy. Played Black Powder, American Civil War, and it was really good. So I think we're learning our lesson. So John and myself, Paul, and to a lesser degree Ian, have a habit of diving in and going a little bit too big with our Friday night games, and then consequently, we hardly get anywhere through it. So we're trying to I'm trying to scale them down a bit. So we started with just, I think the Union had like 4 regiments in 2 brigades, so 8 regiments and a couple of batteries and a cavalry unit.
Okay.
And the Confederates had like 6 regiments and 1 cavalry and a couple of guns. And then as the game went on, we fed a couple of extra regiments in each side, and it really played through really, really well as a result. Without breaking, I will do a video on it, but that charge by the Zouaves at the guns there didn't go so well for either side. Frankly, funny enough. Charging guns, funny that doesn't go off very well. It was a real cracker. So it's funny, we play probably ACW more these days than anything else. But
sorry, I just seen that. Stannis says he spoke with Lucas at Tactica, and he told me that very probably his next box with Atlantic would be Austrians.
Oh, interesting. No, that's interesting. That's very.
That'll make some people very happy.
Very happy indeed. So that was basically what I got up to painting and gaming wise, apart from the aforementioned Salute. But we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll do a quick thing in a minute. Well, I've actually, so I'm living where I've painted a lot, but I don't have lots of photos of it to share currently. So I can show a couple of things. So I think people know. So I'm working on a Scottish picked warband for Pillage and for other games. So Victrix sent me the stuff, and the set is awesome. I'm just sitting here at the minute kit bashing it with some late Romans to create some Pictish commanders. I thought it'd be quite fun to have some Picts that have stolen Roman armor, late Roman armor, and they've nicked it. But so I've got these awesome looking scary heads, sticking them on Roman soldiers, and then just adorning them with like Pictish stuff. And I'll give them Pictish shields as well. So that's cool. But there's a photo here because I had a game with Robin on Friday before Salute of Pillage to try them out. And so just here's this sort of, you can see sort of a rough image of it expands quite. I've done quite a lot because you need quite a lot, but they're really nice minis, especially because they've all got shoulder joins rather than other sort of random ones. So they really are interchangeable with the other sets. So I hope that's something that Victrix are now adopting across more of their range. I guess it means that maybe you've got slightly less dynamic poses, but with enough bodies, you can do quite a bit. So yeah, I've got all of these, and then because they don't come with any armored bodies in those sets, because I believe there's going to be nobles out later in the year, and that's when they will then release the actual warband Pillage set. I decided to go and get some Saxon bodies and basically kit bash together some sort of armored guys. You can see one there with the sword in the air. So that's I've kind of done the same thing. I've got a Saxon body, but I've adorned it with a Scottish sword and head and cloak and shields, and then you can just see one there with the red shield who's coming in with the axe. So it's a really, really nice kit. But they saw action in a Pillage scenario where we just played the actual well, the scenario is called Pillage, where the Scots fell upon a Northumbrian village. So here's my Scots coming down the road. This is one small contingent. I think I outnumbered Robin at least 2-1. You see my crossbows in the background getting sneaky. That's you see Robin's little defender in the red hat defending his cart. I won't spoil the battle report, but essentially he doesn't move. He stays there like a security guard for that cart. And I was coming to get the stuff off of it. And then what was brilliant, because it was quite a big game. It felt really big, but it's not just I think it's just because obviously I could have so many troops. We had a right scrap in the middle of the village. As a sort of just swearing, and there was lots of going into buildings and searching them and stealing of stuff and running around. And
was there any fire involved?
Fire.
Well,
Fire.
I don't want to spoil anything. Fire is involved, but not as successfully as I would have liked. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. So I've got the everything's filmed. I seem to be at this point where the other week I didn't have much filmed, and I was like, right, I've got all these videos that are sort of partway in progress, and then this week I've got 3 videos fully filmed to edit, which is a Scots video, a Pillage battle report, and I'm finishing editing the Barons War second siege game battle report, and then, stuff just seems to be going through really, really quickly at the moment. But yeah, mainly everything for my week was getting ready, going to salute, buying some things, and then getting very excited about those things. And then be very grateful that my darling wife had fallen asleep on Saturday night, so I could then go and read things and make a video about it. Because it was the book. I just wanted that book.
That book was flying off the shelf, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It
I saw someone buy. I think I saw someone, or Robin did, grab 3 and buy 3.
Wow.
So I assume they'd been sent there, like with their friends' money or something. I'm not sure. They wanted it.
Would hope so.
I love it that much. But it was nice. I got to I was chatting to Marco, the artist who did the art on the front of it as well, and that was cool. Chat to Andy Hobday.
Were you trying to persuade Marco to put more of your lords on the front cover of the books in future? Was that
maybe? I might have just he commented on my video, and my reply was, "Can you please do more of it? Have you seen the guy's rules? Have you seen folks' rules?"
Yes, I have. Yeah.
I love it that we tried to make him a bit of a bastard in our games. We go and they've just gone in it. They've gone the whole hog. Like his rules essentially are, if he's one of these ones. He's like eager. If he can charge someone, he has to give it a go. But because he's so dishonorable, the other rules in the game are like, knights have to test to charge people who aren't knights if there's someone closer. He ignores that, so he'll just ride down peasants. So if you think that's quite hard, because it means that if you've got him up the front, so he's able to do his command actions, he's going to get in charge range of things, and he's just going to go off. And I quite like that. So it might be an idea to take a second commander who's a slightly more level-headed, who can stand at the back and do something. So yeah, I was pleased that was there. But yeah, it's a lovely book. I was really quite impressed with the history section, because sometimes the history sections in these supplements are a bit throwaway, and it's almost like they've just gone on Wikipedia and sort of the verbatim.
You can definitely tell that Andy knows his stuff on that period. I know he didn't write all of the book.
It's Andy, but Benedict, who wrote it. It's really nice, and I liked it that it doesn't just deal with the Barons War. You're looking at the Poitevin stuff, all of that, and then actually did get into what happens in the minority of Henry III. So I mean, if they keep putting out books like that, be very happy. If they could do a book like that on the anarchy, that would be, or the Crusades or Richard, that would be cool. And if we could get one on, if they could just push it forward into the second Barons War, maybe get Simon de Montfort on. I'll buy because I like books, so I'm quite happy.
You'll buy them all anyway, won't you?
I'll buy them all anyway. Yeah. But that's cool. So pile of potential. When's the team up with the Pix and Peachy coming? So my Pix video or the Scott video should be out not this week, potentially next week. But the actual and then Peachy's doing his video, and then we'll do our actual video down the line. I got to meet him. It was quite cool to chat to him, and talk about bits and bobs, and some plans. So that was a lot of fun. So actually, I met everybody. I don't know you, Tom. I met loads of people, and everyone was so nice. Nice.
I think I came home from the show, and I genuinely was losing my voice just from talking to so many people. And so many people just wandering up and saying, "Oh, you're Dom, aren't you?" And it's like, and then running away screaming. But it was absolutely fascinating. It was really lovely, nice. And still, and then I've seen loads of posts subsequently from people in the community who said, "Oh, I didn't see you guys," and I think, bloody hell, I met so many people. And then, as you say, all the people from the hobby and just from the traders and the rule writers and what have you, and it was just. I think that's what Salute's so good at.
That's what I enjoyed, and I mean, it was a scrum. That first hour or 2 hours, I've never seen it like that. Steve, you'd have hated it. You'd have hated it. It's your idea of a nightmare because they opened it sort of 15 minutes early. Or it seemed that they did, and then basically 7,000 people just went boom like this into the room.
It was like an avalanche, like they'd opened the dam and just like water flowing round.
I do think there were more people there earlier than normal. A lot of people, because I found it quite hard to get to the stalls for the first couple of hours, really. So I stopped trying and just walked around and was. So I did most of my chatting. I was doing a lot of chatting in the first sort of first part. Then obviously, but I tell you how I know that it was busier for longer, because when you, I, Robin, and Matt went for a pint, they got served straight away.
Yes.
Didn't have to queue up. So yeah, it was really cool.
I spoke to their PR guy and just try and get ideas on numbers. Yeah, James, who, by the way, if he ever gets to see this stream, what an amazing job he and his team did. I think it's probably the best. I mean, the whole show is so well run. But I thought his marketing and PR of the event, I'm sure that's why it was so busy. And I think they said they had potentially 8,000 tickets they could sell. I think capacity for the Salute Hall is 10,000 or something. He said they were up. He said he thought they'd sold 7,400, but they're still waiting for the final count. So
I got last I spoke to him, he said that they were 140 shy.
So
very
nearly the 8,000 went.
Whatever. I thought it was definitely It was really cool. I didn't walk away with as much stuff as I normally do.
No, not me.
But I was quite
like you.
pleased.
I think the same as you. I didn't have time because I was talking to lots of people, and as you say, in the first, certainly up till probably about 2:00, it was quite hard to get into a lot of the stands. So, like you, I didn't really try too hard. Apart from I grabbed the John book and a couple of other things that were on my shopping list. I made sure I got those, but other than that,
so I knew. So obviously, because you can't buy until they're not meant to sell to you until the doors open. And I wasn't going to ask. So when the doors open, I made sure I strategically placed near the War Games Atlantic stand, so because I was counting how many books were on there. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was it. So I was like, do I film people coming in, or do I grab the book? So I did the briefest filming of people coming in, and then I was like, that's enough, no one wants to see this. And then I went and grabbed
me and Alex and I were standing beside each other at the time and having a chat when they opened the doors, and then we both whipped out the cameras when trying to, and he said, you realize we're going to have exactly the same footage because we were standing right beside each other.
It was quite funny when he opened the doors. Steve, you'd have loved this, because everyone was pricing up, and then when they said they're opening the doors, every single vendor near us kind of did this. They sort of went, what? And then all of a sudden they were trying to price everything up and get everything on the shelves, and this wave of people just went woof. like that. It was a bit like in is that World War Z, where people just like they're climbing over each other to like get in. It was awesome. It really was. It was cool. But yeah, I really had a good time. And all you got to do is go watch Alex's video, go watch Dom's video, go watch my video when it's out, when our videos are out. If you want
when ours are done,
video, Alex's. Yeah,
I can't believe how quickly Alex did his. Gee whiz! How the heck?
I think he was like editing it in the room. He's clearly on. I mean, I'm guessing it was on the train. Alex, is that right? Yeah, that was it was cool. But the thing is, when I watch people's videos, I don't know about you, like I watched Alex's, and I saw stuff like, I swear to God, I never saw that. Like,
I'm the same. I was watching
where
it.
Was that table?
I've watched 3 videos, I think, on Salute, and I keep seeing things that I think, I know I walked around every single inch of that showground, and yet I still didn't see those games. So yeah, I don't know how it is. Bizarre.
No, apparently he didn't edit it until he got home because he got on an earlier train. He got on an earlier train. See, that's why, because I got back, Haley fell asleep. I filmed the King John book review video, and then I was just there, and I was so awake from all the caffeine, I just sat there and edited it in the evening, and then exported it, and then just uploaded it in the morning. Because I think even Charlie commented on my thing. He put, "Holy moly, did you sleep?" or something like that. Like, well, no, because I had so much caffeine because we were up so early.
I've got all the footage and I've recorded all mine. I just haven't had time to put it together.
Yeah, so. No. Right, I need to disappear for 30 seconds.
Oh gosh.
Talk amongst yourselves, and then I think we should talk about CrackCon.
All right. Okie dokie.
All right. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
What about you, Steve? Could you handle that kind of thing? Because it was absolutely rammed.
That amount of people, I would end up freaking out. I can't be doing with people. I mean, for me, the limit's CrackCon. That's why I don't go to events. I don't go to gigs. Being surrounded by people just freaks me out. I just don't like people, essentially.
That's the only thing that worries me slightly with something like Salute and some of these bigger shows is whether it does put people off. I mean, there are a few comments I had from people I know who said, God, it was just, I couldn't hear them. It was like sensory overload, I know a few other people who come later in the day because it's deliberately quieter, because it can get, especially in an echoey venue like the Excel Centre, which is
it sounds like mine. It's not something I'd ever consider doing. Just couldn't do it.
I feel like you would need some emotional support if you were there, mainly in the form of alcohol.
No,
just like you can see.
No, I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't feel comfortable. I just wouldn't feel comfortable around that amount of people. I just would not be a pleasant experience for me at all.
Rob, thank you so much. That's so kind. Thank you very, very much. I'll ask him. I'll ask him. We've got some very cool guests lined up. Dom and I were chatting to some people, but I'll ask him. But thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Greatly appreciated. Right. So, and look who's just dropped in.
Sorry. As a big small world said, thought he was being adventurous going to keep on cracking, but all this Salute 8,000 people chat making me think again. Yeah. We won't ever get to that size, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah. No.
Sorry.
We'll have the same impact though. But yes, look, here he is, the purveyor of trolls and wolves and fanatical orcs. Hello, Paul. I hope you've recovered. Paul did every time because I saw Paul at the start of the day. Had a chat and that, and then I thought, I'll swing by during the day. It was just always just people. There was just so many people around that, which is
when
great.
He wasn't on the stand forcing people to buy his weird shit. He was then on the stage talking about weird shit, wasn't he? I'm sure that's what he was talking about, weird shit on the stage. I'm sure that's what it was.
No, that's very cool. So, right, let's get on with it. Let's chat CrackCon. 163 people here. So, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Also, thank you for watching on the catch up. We are sponsored by Boards and Swords, which I forgot to say 41 minutes ago. So remember to go in and check that out. But the tickets for CrackCon go on sale tomorrow. 12 o'clock. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock. And do we have a link we can share? in the chat?
Not right now, actually. But if hold on, I'll try and find it.
Yeah. And if not, we can put it. We'll put the comment in the comments down below on the video. So what we do is obviously we shall give you the name, and we just go through the first wave of games. We're doing things every year's a learning experience for us because we're four idiots and one capable person who sort of put this on, and we're learning all the time. So things change slightly every year. We learn to organize more and drink less each year, or some of us do, and we're doing some things again, like slightly differently, but let's roll through it. So do we have a little drum roll, and we'll put out our, I don't have a video this year, but I have got we'll do a little name reveal. So I can't tell if that's you dropping something or drum roll. So this year, so CrackCon 7, CrackCon 7, The Empire Strikes Back. We're very proud of ourselves. We're very proud. We have a whole. There's a vote. There's a committee. There's everything. Actually, it's just like we just throw things around. It's like what sounds vaguely.
I'm gonna say I don't remember there being a committee. Do you, Steve?
Well, no. The committee involves Ken coming up with an idea, us saying no, and then just saying anything but
anything other than Ken's idea. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. So there it is. So 17th of October, the 7th one somehow. We will be at Boards and Swords. The tickets are, as we say, going live tomorrow at midday. It's on Eventbrite, yeah, we're really looking forward to it. So what we'll do, we'll run through the first wave of games, but in addition to that, we're going to have the awesome charity raffle that gets bigger and bigger every year. It's just insane. It takes longer and longer, but the prizes and the bundles keep getting bigger. We've already had stuff donated. We'll confirm the charity in the next few weeks as well, but we've already had stuff donated. We've already had some manufacturers get in touch about some of the stuff that they want to give us, and it is so generous, and it makes such a difference. And each year we raise more and more money, which is awesome. And that's where the ticket price obviously covers entry, the place. Proceeds are going to charity, and also your pizza on the day. Now, obviously, prices of everything have gone out, and the tickets this year are £20 for day, but that obviously covers everything for the whole day. So you are sorted. Should we look at some games?
Yeah.
So these are in no particular order. So it's not like a festival billing where, like the headlines. I just did them in the order that they got. They got always. Okay, Paul will donate a sculpture, and I've got. Goodness. Hang on, I haven't. Right, so I haven't got it. I have Paul's sculpt from last year, which I'm delivering to Nick, who's going to give it to Nigel on Wednesday. So it's in there. So it is there. So these things they do exist. Although I have to say, because I know he's not going to watch this, that Paul's bought that sculpt is in a wireless headphone box, and I've got some wireless headphones from my dad. So if I get the two of them mixed up, my dad, whose birthday it is in a couple of days, could end up with a sculpt, and Nigel gets some new headphones.
It's going to be sticking an ACW character into his ear, is he?
We can't wait to see it. No, we're so desperate to see this thing painted up. It's awesome. But if you donate another figure, that is amazing, and we will again be falling over ourselves. So yes, thank you so much. That is wicked. So we've got the charity raffle. There'll be the painting competition again. Go if it's Narcissus. Well, we need to talk about Narcissus. He'll
make an appearance.
It's almost like a thing. You need to talk about. That's that film. We need to talk about Stephen or something. Is it a film? We need to talk about Narcissus. But oh my god, they've just gone. I did spoil my dad's birthday surprise, but I can guarantee you my dad is not watching this. I absolutely guarantee you that my dad doesn't watch this. My dad, bless him, my dad does enjoy YouTube, but he probably get on quite well with Ken because he likes watching videos on train journeys, like on the Orient Express and things like that, and food. My dad really likes food videos. and learning how to make like different dishes from other countries. That's what my dad likes to do. So that's it. We need to talk about Kevin.
That's the one.
And we need to change it. We need to talk about Nazis.
Ken.
But yes, let's have that. So we'll have the painting competition. Stu and Dan are coming back to it, and we're adding a category this year. So I can't even remember if I've told them this yet, but I'll probably find out on here. So we'll have the same 3 categories as normal, which is 28 mm, single 28 mm miniature, a single large miniature. That can be like a vehicle or a giant or whatever, and also a unit. But we're also going to be adding in the sort of the CrackCon spirit of, I was about to say spirit of crack, but that's probably not the best term. One that we're going to judge from all the entries that we think epitomizes the theme and the values of the Plastic Crack podcast.
Have we got values? I don't know.
I think well, you've got your commandments that we set.
That's
up,
true.
But, so we've got those. But let's get on with the main games. So these are the main games. Let's roll through them. So first of all, we have the Battle of Oars, which is Alex from Storm of Steel is going to be running, which is using square bashing, which we're looking forward to. So that's a game on a 6x4. Alex always puts on an awesome table. Now, to get into these games, we will be doing a normal thing. So we will post these tomorrow on Facebook. I will, after the tickets have gone live in the evening, I'll post up a list of the games. Essentially, you've just got to comment to say which game you'd like to play, and we'll book you in. Once we've done that, because we had, unfortunately, people drop out last year for various reasons, and that will always happen, we're going to just ask for a little bit of extra information, like contact details and that, just so the people running the games can get in touch with people, or you can get in touch with the person running the game to let them know if you're not going to be there, so we can have reserves ready to pull forward, a little bit like Napoleon. So we have the Battle of Oars for square bashing. The game that Robin and I are putting on, Triremes and Ice Creams, Caesar's first invasion of Britain. He come up with that. And also, would you like the unofficial name for our game, which is the other one here, which is The Water Came Up to Our Scutums. So we are doing You've Got Values, It's Morals. Thanks, Robin. Cheers. He's talking. So Robin and I we are putting on it's on a 12x4, and we are doing a big Hail Caesar game, and we are going to be doing the Roman landings in Kent. So Roman D-Day, we're going to have Higgins boats and everything. I've seen Asterix. There were Higgins boats with that, and there'll be Aquascutum. Yes, absolutely. With Caesar, it's going to be an 8-player game. There's going to be chariots on the shore. There's going to be triremes, all 28 mil. It's going to be glorious. So we're looking forward to that one. Dave and Chris Brown are joining us again for some Vexillarius, although they're still deciding about what period, because there was some discussion on Saturday about potentially 28 mil, and it just been giant. So
yeah, you were trying to rope me in on that one, weren't you? So I got to take my.
It wasn't my suggestion. It was his suggestion. He went, have a word with Dom. So I did. I just kind of marched you over. I did a lot of marching of you, actually.
You did, actually. Yeah, you did.
No. No apostrophe. I copied the text that Dom had written on the spreadsheet.
That's there we go. Blame me. probably true, to be fair.
Yeah. So Vexillarius, say Dave and Chris were doing that. I mean, I was looking at I played it at Warfare. I was watching it be played at Salute. It's an awesome looking system. So I think there'll be a lot of people jumping in on that. Ken assures us he's going to be doing some Blood Red Skies. Is he like the Adepticon champion or something?
Suppose it was something to do with that. I don't know. He went over there. He claimed to have won something and came back with.
I found this trophy. So yeah, he'll be running some Blood Red Skies though, which is always always good to jump in on. Then Miller and Steve and Nathan as well. Sorry, Nathan, I just remember I forgot to put your name on there. But they're going to be running a big pike and shot game, the Battle of Marsden Moor. I think it's going to be 8 players as well. So a lovely big climactic battle. So some, because we haven't had Pike and Shot for a while.
No, we haven't.
There, so a big 12x4 game on that. And then let's get the next page. Mark and Dave are going to be putting on the Battle of Worth from 1870. That's a Franco-Prussian war game using a set of rules called a Gentleman's War. So think 1970s Donald Featherstone, kind of wars, like big shiny miniatures, tiered hills, green base, bright green bases and hills. It's going to, I believe he said, smoking jackets and flat caps are a necessity when playing this, and pipes as well. That's going to be on an 8x6 downstairs as you come in. So we're really looking forward to seeing that. We're going to be joined for some war hosts by Mr. Paul Hicks and Andy. I mean, at least Paul told me they were. So hopefully they are. But we're going to be having some war host that's going to be played on the day as well. So because I know there's a lot of people who are interested in that. And obviously, a lot of people like Baron's War, and a bit like Dom, you can get that little fantasy fix just through the Baron's War. So that they're going to be putting that on. Nick Dawson on the right side of Berry, he's putting on another game downstairs, which is a naval game called Odin's Raiders, and it's a sort of a version of the Buccaneer system that he's homebrewed. So a big Viking naval game in 28mm. He sent me some pictures. Look at this. He sent me pictures.
Every year, Nick does some amazing games. Every year he's put on some, and they're just this is going to be awesome too.
Look at the painting on these. Look at the place. So they're going to be downstairs. So some of the cards and that as well. And that's going to be a 6-player game. Lots of maneuvering around and boarding, and that's going to be cool. We haven't had a naval game for a while.
No, we haven't. Not since Trafalgar, I think.
Nice. So we're looking forward to that. Oh no, we did, because we had the one that Robin and Matt played. Nimitz? No, not Nimitz. What was it called? Was it Nimitz?
Oh, the World War II one, yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten because it has boats. But Vikings, get on it.
Boats for yours.
I to be fair, we do. We have triremes, but I'm not the one making those. So I mean, to be fair, it didn't take much convincing to get Robert. I said, do you want to do a game? Because we always say, maybe we won't do well next year. And then I thought about it, and I was like, do you fancy doing this? Because we could do. I think the next message just put just yes or shit or fuck yes, I think was the response. And then trireme said off he went to find triremes as off I went to find chariots. So at least everyone knows now why I'm painting more sort of Britons and Gauls and that. But chariots on the beaches. Mike and Ben are coming back with more Ruckus. So this will be their third year here. But every year it does a different period, and he's going to be doing the Border Reavers this year.
Oh, nice.
I know that he's got stuff that he's working on for that. And it looks very, very cool. I've seen some pictures of it, but I won't spoil it. So he's here. Ruckus, always good fun to jump into. James Morris is going to be running Midgard. That'll be, I think he's doing the morning and afternoon game again. Big table like last time. He's away at the minute, and he's going to come back and he's just going to decide on what it's going to be. But I know there's so many people who like Midgard that I'm sure people will probably just want to book it in anyway to make sure that they get their space. Martin needs to make more trebuchets. Martin does not need to make any more trebuchets. Then next up, we have this one. So Ken, the eccentric man, is joining us. And he's running a bolt action game called Ding Dong, and it's a Dad's Army game. Now this won the Best in Show at Selwig a couple of years ago. Cool. And in this game, Captain Mannering and the Home Guard have got to, I think they've got to ring the bell or rescue the town bell before the German paratroopers get it off the board. So he's bringing that along, and he'll be running morning games and afternoon games as well. And we also have Duncan, who'll be coming along, and he'll be demoing and playing games of Ark World downstairs, so another fantasy game. And he was playing that at Carry On Cracking, and it looked great fun. And I nearly bought into Ark World at Salute. I had to sort of pry myself away from it because the miniatures are so awesome. So we currently have 12 games. And there are potentially still some more to come. But we obviously just have to see how the ticket sales go, because if we release all of these and then no one wants to come, then we're a bit we're stuck.
It's a bit of a wasted effort for everybody.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure that all the ticket sales go through. I will be posting up pictures of these, but if anyone has any questions, just ask. In the on the post, it will explain how many players are in the games. Now, importantly, if you are not on Facebook, as you know, lots of people aren't, you can just email us or message us, get in touch and just let us know what you want to play. It is done on a first come first serve basis. If there isn't room though, we will be creating a reserve list for every single game. It's very easy to do. So if there is a game you want to play and there's no room, we can put you on a reserve list, because if someone drops out, you'll then, you know, have the chance to move up. But as you'll find in this, there's loads of chance to go and play other games, isn't there? People tend to book themselves into a game, so like, you know, a Hail Caesar one or a big one, and then if they're like me, they'll probably have lost their division by about 10 o'clock, you know, you've got plenty of time, and there's so many games to drop in on. So even though you book yourselves into games, there's plenty of chance to go around and walk around. And if you get to, you know, you get halfway through a day and you're like, you know, I just want to step away from a game, it's so easy to just grab someone. And you'll have people to fill in. I lost a player, and I needed someone to control the people in the town of St Albans, and Steve was looking lost. And little did Steve know he was going to take part in a mass battle game, defending St Albans, but very bravely defended.
Bravely is not the word. It just an astounding rearguard action by those peasants.
I did think of you when Martin was talking about knights charging peasants. I thought, somebody around here has had that experience.
I just say you did an astounding job, and because I was at the opposite end of a table. Oh, hang on, Rob. If I travelled from the States and happened to be in the UK, would I expect to bring? No, not at all. Most of these games, I've seen the majority of them, there's stuff provided. Most people have got enough things here. If you did want to bring anything, you can, but just get in touch with the person running the game for the game that you want to be in. And even if you can't, for example, if you're going to be in our game and you haven't got any Gauls or Romans, I'm going to be bringing loads of Gauls and Romans. There's other people bringing them. I'm sure we can find someone to take a division. Everyone looks after everybody's models here, but most of these games are sort of, you're able to drop in and that. So absolutely. But Matt, if you come from America, you'll be the person who's traveled the furthest. We've had Denmark is the furthest, isn't it? At the moment,
we had a couple from the US before.
Oh, cool shit! Oh God, yes, I forgot.
Just a few people.
I forgot.
Only about 3 or 4, mate.
I forgot. I'm sorry. It's because you went there, so it can't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's not a quota system. We sent 4 people, so they count 4. So that
we
sort
sent
of
Ken.
Out. Now it's a new.
We sent
true.
Ken, and
they
you
got
bought him back.
I tried to lose him
back.
I told Iceland about him, but he's still letting out.
You tried it. He was meant to go in a casino, and then Robert De Niro was meant to get hold of him, or Joe Pesci, and
I know we failed. Sorry, I'm blaming James. I blame James. Actually,
I don't want to blame James. I need to talk to James about a few things. Also to do a CrackCon, there will be more announcements to come. Matt Klein, who's the awesome artist who did our artwork for last year, he's working on the artwork for this year. So there will be t-shirts. Last year we sold more t-shirts and more hoodies and more things like that than ever before. So we'll be running the same system again, and again, all the proceeds go to the charity. And there will be, I've had it confirmed today as well by Tony, awesome Tony Hall, that the Tudor Bar has been booked for the Friday night in the Old Bell Hotel. So if you come down, most people stay in the Derby Cricket Ground Travel Lodge. You don't have to, but you know it's one of the closest. Mind you, Premier Inn's not that far. And on the Friday night, loads of us go down to the Old Bell Hotel in Derby, and we basically play board games, we drink beer, we catch up with people. We will promise we won't let Ken do another quiz this year that he makes on ChatGPT 5 minutes before things start. But we bring them down. So we'll be in there playing games, having some beers. It's a really
Can we have that
roaring
flippy
fireplace
thing again? The flippy count again. That was great.
CrackCon.
Yeah. Oh, that was CrackCon. Yeah.
I was playing it 2 weeks ago and still getting angry with it.
Oh dear. And I know we know that not everybody comes to CrackCon or can come to CrackCon, but we'll make sure there's lots of pictures, and footage from it and share everything that's going on. So hopefully you feel a little bit involved, even if you can't actually get there yourself.
Yeah, and we're going to try and do more videos and sort of streams and things as well. And I'm just trying to think. There was other stuff on the Saturday night. We will again be going for the all-you-can-eat curry. People are welcome to stay. It's just an awesome weekend to see everybody. Haley, who does the sort of the admin side, I'm sure will be after you for email addresses and all of this. Now, importantly, I have to say is if you are one of the people who is running a game or who is helping run a game, please do not buy your ticket through the link, because we have to sort that in a different way. So when the tickets go live, don't go and do that, because otherwise we have to undo it. So that's all sorted separately. So there we go. Yeah. So that's right then. Yeah.
Because we don't want the situation where people are putting on games didn't manage to get a ticket. So hence why we do it another way. So that's why.
Yeah. Shaco says that if it's an interest, he'll happily run a Friday tour of the Lead Belt again. If you do that, and if you go, by the way, if anyone goes to Warhammer World, in fact, if anyone goes to Warhammer World any other time, Haley is addicted to the hot sauce from Bugman's. It's not the hottest sauce when it's still too hot for me, but she loves it. And she's looked, and you can't order it online. You can't get it anywhere. She can't work out what brand of sauce it is that they've just whacked their label on. So if anybody, please go to Bugman's and you buy that, I will pay you for the postage. It's also her birthday next week. So send hot sauce. Just send hot sauce for Haley. There is a pizza for lunch on the Saturday, as always. James, please don't post up the full menu like you did that other year. The threat of violence from Haley is ever present. Although, to be fair, I think they've got it all under control. So you can pretty much have whatever pizza you like, I think. But yeah, there'll be dice, there'll be everything. And we're really, really looking forward to it. So yeah, we hope that, you guys can join us. As we know, we sell electricity tickets, and there's 25 people running games, and there's us lot just running around in circles,
playing game after game.
I mean, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Essentially, we'll just have to. We'll have to then pay for everyone's tickets. We'll just pay them to come and put games on for us, like entertainers at a children's party, and it's just us four. Going around. Oh dear. Wow. There we go. It's nearly 9:05. We've rabbited on for over an hour about nothing. But yeah, excellent. Should we do some news? Some news?
Yeah, let's do some news.
Channels. Yeah, do some news. Excellent. Where is he? Oh, it's the t-shirt. The t-shirt with him on, with Narcissus on.
Oh yes, that was fantastic.
Amazing. Here he is. Here's the man himself.
Now for the news. But think, can you really afford this? Especially the weird shit.
Excellent. Oh dear. I mean, does any news compare to CrackCon? Anyway, Dom, what have you seen, dude?
No, nothing compares to CrackCon, obviously. So a couple of things I saw. First Call continued to expand on their Second World War figures. So they've got some new. These are characters. I forget what they were for. So I think they were for Invasion of Britain, weren't they? I think, from what I remember.
They looked that way.
Nice.
Yeah. So there's some character ones there. There's a few sort of officery types or senior officers that may be caught unexpectedly by the Fallschirmjägers dropping from the sky. There's some dogs, which is kind of cool. Staff car, and I like these ones as well, the kids. So yeah, some interesting models they're filling out. First Call, they're slowly churning out. I mean, they've been going for years, as we know, but they still continue to churn out some really nice figures that fit in gaps in the order of different ranges, which is fantastic. But of course, the main news this week, the one that we all obviously were very, very excited about, not just me, honestly, was the Perrys. And they've expanded their Ottoman range even more.
Yeah, I mean, Steve set his alarm and everything for that.
He did. I know. He's so excited.
I've not slept leading to the announcement of that.
Yeah, so no, these are Mamluk cuirassiers, I think they were called. So basically, they're armored versions of the Mamluks, and they do look flipping amazingly good.
Are they going to be like my Mamluks and do absolutely nothing?
No, these will be effective. Well, it depends if you're rolling the dice, mate. I think that's probably the answer.
It's true. It's true.
So
if I had one of them in the joust, it's still a lot, yeah.
It probably wouldn't, yeah. So you got the sword-armed ones and the javelin or spear-armed ones, but they're basically all, got mail on and nice heavy cuirass helmets on and what have you. So they look really, really cool. They've also got another load of sort of light infantry troops who this time are marching, and the character on those is just amazing.
They're lovely.
Really, really, really good. And then I forget what these were called, but they basically called them dragoons, Ottoman dragoons. But look at those headgear. They're just amazing.
I just see that and I just see a target. That's
well, probably true. Knowing those fellas. I'm just thinking, geez, I'm gonna have to paint them at some point.
have you still got unpainted ones?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Or have you?
Oh no, I've got loads of them still to go. I've sort of suspended for a bit, but I will go back into them. I've got loads, but yeah, I do need to do some more. I've got some more big booms to do and big cannons to do, which are really exciting. They also did one of the things I love the Perrys do. They did some extra heads to go with the Spanish guerrillas to expand out the range for other things. Cool. So they do that quite a lot with their figures. They'll do things just to allow you to do a little bit of adapting. Now, sadly, they weren't at Salute this year. Now, I don't think they've had a stand there for many years, but they last year and the year before, I think they were on the Renedra stand, and you could go and have a chat, and they had sort of displays of stuff they were working on and 3-ups and what have you. But this year they didn't appear to be there, which was a shame, really. I'd like to have a chat with them, if nothing else, and remind them that we're still here and they need to come on for the 4th time on the stream. Yeah, I think that was everything I saw. Martin, anything you saw?
Okay. Steve, did you see anything?
No.
Nope.
No.
So I saw. Well, I knew you were going to pick up pretty much most of it. So I saw a couple of things. Victrix teased some of their mounted sergeants. I really like this one for the brace of hairs on the saddle. I really like that. I think that's very nice. Cool. So I imagine there's lots of ways. Look, there's pheasants on that one. Really cool. Nice. Like they've been properly plundering. That's very, very cool. Some really nice sets of those are going to be on the way. These are Curson 15mm Spanish Civil War miniatures.
Oh, they're nice. I like them. Yeah.
Which is cool. Which is a period that is a conflict which I seem to see more and more people playing. Now,
yes.
Which is interesting.
It's always been a very niche within the niche bit, but it's I think it has quite a following, and I think it's no wars are nice, but it kind of has a very interesting kind of feel to it, because I guess it's sort of it's like Second World War but First World War-ish. You got the air element, you got tanks. It's I think it'd be quite. I've never actually wargamed it myself, but I think it's fascinating with all the different. And you can say factions about them as well, can't you? Yeah.
Look at them.
Yeah. Oh look, there's a guy with it. Is that a Molotov cocktail? You should get him. You'd like that.
See, the problem is that I have no defense for any of this because don't.
It's all true.
Well, yeah, basically, pretty much. So those are on it, and then I saw a couple of GW things, but I actually thought these were maybe relevant, maybe not to us, but so first of all, the 11th edition of 40k has been announced. But I saw an orc and I liked it, and I just wanted to show because I thought he was cool. I really like this orc.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
It's like Doc Ock. It's like Doc Ock, but yeah.
What they've done to that orc, blimey.
I don't know, but that's a little bit like what you look like on Saturday morning when I saw it.
Dom,
if I look like that, I'd need some serious help.
Sorry.
He's a weird boy, isn't he? That's what the new. It's just, fantastic. I really like that.
Yeah, he's cool. It's cool. And as Shaker said, even the rocks have gone weird. But I like that. I like those rocks because they're not just flat topped, like sometimes. But they have really. So Spearhead is this thing that I keep on looking at. We've talked about it before, and I'm just intrigued by the idea of there's the Spearhead box, and that's the army. We've talked about it, and there's loads of them, isn't there? And there's people in the community, and they've bought like every single one. And again, it's just that. Oh, is that gonna? Yeah, I saw an orc and I liked it. We can come up with our own version. Pretty sure we could get everyone to sing just like one line, like from the song, and change it to an orc in the community and put it out like some kind of charity thing.
Move on. I think it's still too caffeinated.
Yeah. But there's a new Spearhead box, like a base box, if you like. And this one is the City of Ash. So it comes with Skaven and them, Cities of Sigma, terrain and a board and all the cards and that. But again, I just find it intriguing. I just think it's I don't know if it's a system that they thought was going to be as successful as it has been, and they seem to have gone behind it. The chap who actually wrote the second edition rules, he's left GW and he's got his own channel now, and he puts up quite a lot of videos about writing rules. Like he did Warcry, he worked on Warcry, which and he just puts up about the process for writing rules and the game design, and when you're working in the studio and the things that some of the people take for granted. They're like, oh, why have you got this stupid rule in here? And then he's like, well, actually it's because of this and the things you have to think about. And he's done this really neat little series. The channel's only been going for about 6 months, I think, but he's got this neat little series and where he design a war game together, like where he basically does like let's come up with a campaign system. And he's currently doing a thing at the minute where he's designing like the combat mechanics for a system and things like. It's really interesting. It's just interesting to sort of see it from the where they're given a brief and how they got to work to that brief, and they have ideas and you've got to try and get them in. So I can't remember what his name is. I'm sure someone in the chat knows, but it's worth checking out if you're interested in the process. So I saw that, but yeah, that was about it. I did just see a question, and I've been asked this a couple of times, and I think Dom, you as well. So Lionheart said, did Warlord Games mention anything about any new Epic releases? No. I spent probably about 30 seconds at the Warlord stand. It's all very much Conflict 47 at the minute. That's making the money. That's where they need to go at the moment, especially with 11th edition on Horizon. Warlord have got to make that impact and getting keep those players. So absolutely understand it.
Although Wargamer of Kent said there was they were talking about plastic German support weapons, Pack 40s and Panzer 2s all coming at some point soon. Although I have to say I didn't see them. Last time they had a whole case of all their figures and I didn't even see that. Did you see that? Maybe I just missed it.
No.
But, I didn't see anything like that at all. Everything was Conflict, as you say. But nothing on the Epic front. They didn't talk about that at all.
No.
But,
and we would have been straight there. See that.
Absolutely would have been.
Yeah. But yeah, so there we are. There's news. I suppose you should probably chat a little bit about what we said with the topic. But
that's interesting. Oh well, you just clicked on the same one. Sorry, carry on.
It was under the sales account, which is an interesting position. Warlord had a new pike and shot book on their stand about Turkish war. Did they? Did they really? Oh, okay. Interesting.
Well, there you go. We missed all of that. There's us as roving reporters.
They didn't make a very big shout about it.
Okay. Every time I went in the Warlord stand, they said, would you like to have a look at Conflict? No, thank you. I just sold it all.
You just sold it all?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
All right.
Sold it all. Yeah, I'm not going to play it, Steve. So what's the point?
I am not going to play it either. For me, it's been completely impenetrable. I left the group for reasons I've mentioned before in the past. And I've got no idea. I don't know anything about it. And the battle reports I've watched, it just seems to be not as dynamic as I thought it was going to be, and just bucketfuls of dice being thrown around.
Well, funnily enough, Martin and I were talking about this at Salute. I think I liked the aesthetic of it when it was sort of just you could use mostly your Second World War figures and then just add a couple of weird things into it. You know, some vampires or a walker or something like that. I kind of like that idea, and it worked for me. But this is a complete rewrite, and you can't use half your old figures for it. And well, if you carry on playing the new version of it, I just like you say, it just hasn't got me excited. But clearly, it's making money for Warlords, so that's where their focus is, and they're pushing ahead with it. So, yeah.
No, I've just got.
Yes, that's the one.
That was the one.
That's stand. That's stand. If you'd like to hear a funny anecdote about the Warlord stand, I'm sure Matt Wright will fill you in, but I'll keep my mouth shut.
So he said it was a really nice one. Ottoman War, new Polish, should be released in 3 months. I mean, they used to tell us about things. But, yeah, it must be. Now that is interesting because is that flagged. Is that Winged Hussars? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's Winged Hussars. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I can feel bad things happening. Okay. Fair enough. Well, you see, they used to tell us about it. That's the other thing. I mean, I know probably this is touching on the channel thing. But Warlords used to be really good at sort of keeping you informed of what things were happening and let you know about things as content creators. But they seem to have given up entirely and all that. So unless you're into a conflict or bolt action, seems to be the only two they're really bothered about. So we never hear from them at all anymore. So.
Well, speaking of which, that's a nice little segue. So our channels, because we get questions quite a lot, like, "Oh, are you going to cover this? Are you going to cover that? Or what are you doing? Or are you going to do videos like this in the past?" So, sort of without spending, Steve, like when you set your, I suppose we've talked about this like a fair bit, but I suppose we could just recap because I know there'll be some people who probably haven't heard it. Why did you set your channel up? What was it? That
I mean, I'd started watching quite a few channels around about that time, specifically so Travis at I've forgotten the name of his channel. He changed it. Tabletop Thingamadoodle, and then Ken Eccentric Man. And then I'd set up my own sort of page on Facebook. It was just to, because I was just painting for nothing really. And then back end of 2018, I thought, sod it, I'll start a YouTube channel and sort of take what I was posting on the group, or on the page rather, and then just make videos about it. But back then, it was just literally bolt action is all I did. The channel was 99.9% bolt action.
That was in the days of the real Steve, wasn't it? I know
it was. That was yeah.
Oh, I've just seen. Sorry, if you just say rumor they stopped telling people after walking, so they rushed at Hey Ho set after someone leaked the Pike and Shot Samurai book to them. But the Hey Ho thing was already in the works, wasn't it? Because they had the rule book was by Hellion, written by someone else. So it was written by someone else, published by Hellion, and then it was obviously whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well, sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. And then it just sort of went from there. I didn't have any plans. There was never any plans for it. It was just going to be sort of an extension of the Facebook page, and then sort of lockdown hit, and people were making lots of videos, and I did quite a bit during lockdown. But yeah, I've never had any plans for it. I've been quite lazy with it, to be fair. I've not really paid a lot of attention to it recently. In fact, here's some numbers. Since the 1st of January 2025, I've made 9 videos.
Right. But did you when you did
what was that date from the 1st of January when?
2025, so 16 months ago.
Is Dom off about to do Do some kind of thing. I mean, how do you feel like? Did you feel like, not what you should in any way, but did you to begin with? Did you feel sort of like some guilt and some kind of like you were like breaking some commitment? Because that's sometimes, I think we've talked about it before, you kind of almost feel compelled to put a video out sometimes when you have
sometimes
not beat yourself up about it.
Not anymore. I think I've just lost interest in making videos. I've not got any I've just got no enthusiasm. I just sat down, I just looked at what content, or what video, I hate the word content, what videos I like making. And I don't do tutorials, I don't do unboxings, I don't do product reviews. I hate making battle reports. There's not an awful lot left, to be fair. So I'm not gonna force myself to do something that I've got no enthusiasm for. And unfortunately, I've lost all enthusiasm for making videos. Whether I'll make another one, I'm not sure. Possibly, but it's not on the horizon for me at this stage. I've just lost interest. I mean, not hobby, but the YouTube side of it. And I think for me, it just became very formulaic. Do this, you gotta do this, don't do that, do this. I thought I've got a job outside of YouTube. I don't need to be following all these different rules and things just to have people watch videos. So no, actually the last one I made was September last year. I've made 9 in 16 months, and I can't see and making any more, to be fair. I mean, if it wasn't for the podcast and hosting the podcast on my channel, I'd have probably got rid or privated it a long time ago.
Oh, well, of course. What a great taste you have, Will. That's all I'm going to say. When you see the optician, mate.
I don't know. No, again, it's just I like doing the hobby. I've been painting so much this year. The enthusiasm for painting's there. The enthusiasm for making videos gone.
Is it because you're jumping around? You've jumped so far away from what you started to do? Because I know once a couple of times early on, you were saying you were worried that people who followed your channel, they followed it because of the World War II stuff that you used to do.
Oh no, I've had people tell me that they only watch the bolt action content. They don't watch anything else. So I'm like, cheers for that. Appreciate the honesty. But no, it's just a combination of things. Again, I mean, I don't actually watch that much wargaming content myself on YouTube anymore. But again, there's just loads of stuff that I don't like doing. So whether or not I'll make another video, I don't know. Probably not. But we shall see.
What about you? What about you, Dom? It's like, obviously you said many times you kind of set it up and you said it on your latest video, but you kind of do it as a diary. See, I watched it. Has that changed for you? I know you're still doing that as a diary, but you added obviously the things like the castle stuff into it. And so what was your, where were you in terms of where you've been and where you want to go?
Well, I mean, actually, I did it for the fame and the women. Was really how I did it. Unfortunately, that's not gone so well. So I'm now resorting to. I mean, yeah, my whole. So I guess if I'm honest, and I think talking to other people who did started their channels, you sort of start it with a little bit of a, oh, maybe I could make some money, and maybe I could, I don't know, do sort of create something amazing out of it. But ostensibly, yes, it was and still remains really it is just diarising my hobby. It's what I do week to week, month to month, the little projects I work on, the painting I do, the weird sort of sideline stuff, and the butterfly mind that is my wargaming experience all the way through. And I've kind of rationalized now that, I'm not great at editing videos. I don't particularly like editing videos. But actually, you know what? I really, really enjoy doing videos. It's become, I think about I don't. I was talking to Alex on the weekend, and he was talking about he gets nervous and twitchy if he doesn't have 3 or 4 already lined up, ready to scheduled to go out.
Yeah,
I'm not like that at all. So one minute I'll I'll have 3 or 4 in a week, and then I won't do anything for 2 or 3 weeks. So it really is entirely backed up to what I'm up to. So if I'm having a week or so where I'm away or work's busy or family life or stuff, I don't do it. I've just seen Lionheart's comment there. Thank you very much. So yeah, it literally has just been that, but I really enjoy doing it. So unlike Steve, I guess I don't find it a chore. Although I do feel that sometimes I find myself a little bit under pressure, or put myself under pressure and think, oh, I haven't done anything on that. I really ought to do it. But often I'll be sitting there thinking, oh, that will make a really good topic for a video, or that will make an interesting thing to do. So, I actually enjoy the if I was competent and decent and really good at doing the actual editing, I think they'd be so much better. But I do really like doing the videos. So it's just been fun. So, where things go with that, where my hobby goes. The history thing was a bit of a sideline, and that was purely passion. It's much a thing to remind myself which castles I've visited. So I don't know about the same one again, because I'm getting old and I forget these things. And they don't get many views, but it doesn't bother me. And it never has particularly bothered me. I enjoy doing them. And Elaine and I go off and wander around the castles, and she's got used to me videoing elements of it all the time, and taking pictures and what have you, and she's quite happy with that. And I just enjoy doing all that sort of thing. So, but it really genuinely has never bothered me now. Well, it doesn't bother me at all now about exactly how many people watch it. It's very satisfying when you get a video that gets 3, 4, 5,000 people watching it. You think, bloody hell, that's weird. But then I equally enjoy doing the video as much doing one that gets 120, like the last castle one did. It's really, it's just fun. So yeah, I don't think I'd ever. I wish I was as good at putting together videos as you, Martin. I mean, you put them together so professionally and so well. I wish I could do it as well as that, because I feel that's the bit I really need to improve. And I talked about this a few years ago, I think, about thinking about getting some editing lessons to find out how to do it properly. But that's never happened. So maybe that's a retirement project for me. I don't know.
The thing is, I still look at my videos and I'm like, oh, I really wish I could. I want to try and do something a certain way, and then I sit there, probably spend an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out how to do something, give up, and just go back to the way that I've done it, and then usually find that there was actually a really simple way to do what I was trying to do. I don't know why I try new things. So when I started it was, because basically no one had made the video that I wanted to see, and I was like, oh, bugger it, I'll do it. And that was for the contrast paints on like horses and historicals at the time. And then I did somewhat like Napoleon, but it was because Napoleonic painting videos, and started logging my Wars of the Roses stuff. People seem to enjoy it. And it was a year and a bit before I even did my first battle report. And I did my first battle report, and then lockdown started straight after it. And that was when, after being inside, Haley took pity on me and agreed to play some game. I just had, I knew what I just wanted to show a bit like you, just saying, I just wanted to show games and, how you can get these games done, and, and people seem to enjoy it. So, I think we all have these ideas of like, what we want our videos to be. You kind of get these grand ideas like, oh, I could do this. Like I keep on thinking about doing like a video in the Abbey ruins in Bury and how cool that'd be. No, but then I actually think about it and go, this is going to be a real pain in the ass. This is going to be really weird. And I've done history videos, like you say, and I love doing history videos, and I think we all do. But you do them because you enjoy them, not because you get any kind of return out of them. My history videos don't, they do barely any views. But then I'll put up a video. I don't know. It was like the one I did the other day, which I really, I did the one about painting the knights about a week ago, and I did it because some people asked, but I was a bit sort of confused at the time. So I was just sort of like, well, I don't really. It's quite a straightforward, no frills. I don't do anything special. I'm not an amazing painter.
But those are often ones that people pick up on.
It's
like
it
doing
was so
things
nice.
on basting or building tables or painting horses. They're the ones that seem to fly.
Well, that's what I mean. It did like 17,000 views in a week. I was like, that's awesome. I really appreciate it. And I got these really confused, but I was just so confused. And then, of course, you sit there and go, well, maybe I should do another one like this. And then you think about it. And then I was like, oh, should I do a painting Scots one? But then I know what will happen is I'll do that and it'll get like 100 views. And so no one cared about that one. And it's just a time. So I think it's quite, because we've all grown our channels quite organically. And obviously the stream helps, and all I think all our growth comes from because we all a bit of weirdness, but stay in our lane of historical. It's different types of historical games, and Steve obviously dips into the weird, probably more.
He's fully immersed. He's not just dipped; he's completely immersed.
Yeah, it's quite good. I've not. Sometimes for example, the epic stuff. The first couple of epic releases for me, I'd already got those. Well, the ACW one I wasn't interested in, and Napoleonics, as I said to you at the time, I can't be bothered because I've just done it all in 28. Why do I want to do it again? So it wasn't until the Hail Caesar one came round that I was actually interested in doing it, because obviously I tried to do the Carthaginian project and that fell on its ass, and it seemed to make sense. But then the AWI one came along, and I just looked at it and it wasn't for me. So you're not just gonna do it for the sake of it, because I enjoy making videos, like you do, and okay, Steve doesn't anymore. So but I'll see. You see, I enjoy making them, and the ones I found I don't enjoy, I don't want to make videos about things that I don't find fun or enjoy. That's why I have a job. And as much as I do like my job, obviously at the end of the day I'm my own boss, so it makes life a bit easier. I don't want a second job. Where do you see your channel going, say, like in the next year? Have you got any plans on what you'd like to do, or are you just going to see where it goes, or is there anything that you would like to sort of like explore a little bit more?
I don't know, because as I say, I'm still sticking with what I originally started to do, which was just to show the journey. So it will just follow that journey. Whatever Mad Cat project I decide to jump into, it'll probably follow that. It'd be interesting this way. It'd genuinely be interesting to see what people thought in the comments, or on this video, if there's anything that people would like to see, because I've struggled to actually think about what else I could do, because I like doing the battle reports, but I always do them long form. They take a long time to put together, and even though I edit out quite a lot of them, they're still mammoth ventures in terms of things, and I don't think you can do 10 more of that, because my view on those is very much it's like a live stream almost. It's like people sit and watch Travis doing his games at night, and he'll literally just play it through as you're watching, and it's sort of similar to that when I play down the club. And I don't really want to interfere with the other guys having a fun game and say, oh, can we just stop and let me just film that roll again, kind of thing. So it really is very much a free flow, which, as anybody knows who plays war games, some of the conversation sometimes can get a little bit fruity, and some interesting and challenging comments are made at various points. You do then have to go through every single hour or every single minute of the multiple hours of footage to try and remove most of those, or get in all kinds of trouble. So it does take a while. I would like to. I guess the one thing I genuinely thought about doing but I'm not sure whether I really got the energy to do it, is to do a proper live stream at one point from the cabin. But then is that so different from what I do with the club? So of
a game, you mean, rather than just painting or something?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do a painting. My painting is distinctly. Funny, I was talking with Dave Brown about this at Salute, and he was saying, I don't know how you do your 28 mils so quickly. And I said, well, you don't look at them too closely. And he said, well, that's the same in my 15s. And I said, well, there you go then, because all we're about is getting them on the table at the end of the day. So it is. I guess I have done videos in the past of painting, how to cheat guides to painting things, and maybe I'll do some more of those, because like you say, those sort of things are really popular. It's surprising me every time how many people watch those. And I guess because we sometimes forget that there are a lot of people coming new into the hobby who just don't have the time or the energy to do, something like Peachy does, or something. Mind you, Peachy does some quite simple videos as well, but you know what I mean? Those sort of real high-end video. So sort of something really simple like how you base a figure or how you paint a figure and do it cheating form. That kind of goes down well. Maybe I should think about doing some more of those. It's time more than anything else for that. As you know, painting videos particularly take a long time to film. Enormous amount of time to film.
Mark says he'd like to see a game at the cabin with some of your mates from the club. I would like to do that again. I haven't used the cabin properly for quite a while. A bit like as long as Steve hasn't done a video, I think I haven't used the cabin for gaming. It's been purely storage and videoing. So I do need to do that. So if not, I'm sure Martin will be down for Warfare again in November, and we can have another game. Well, yeah. Well, by then, who knows? Maybe we could we'll have lots of orcs. Maybe we can have an orc civil war.
An orc off.
An orc off. Orc off. That sounds a bit weird, doesn't it? Being an orc off. But yeah, I know what you mean. Because I wanted to do. I sort of, rather than do project up, because I used to do like a project update like once a week. So I'd say, oh, this is the unit I painted. This is the next unit I painted. I've started trying to combine those into bigger updates and videos where I can show, say, a division or like a whole part. I'll wait to do my orcs or warhost. I'm going to do like a chunky one, and I'm trying to cut that together with other stuff, like the way I'm sort of talking. I quite like doing like talking head stuff. I don't know why. I just started sort of trying to do it because I noticed I edited one video and I realized that I had I don't have the same hands that Steve has. My hands aren't appealing. They're not like his. And I realized
Steve's hands are magnificent. The dancing hands, they're amazing.
The dancing hands.
Dancing. But you see, mine weren't even dancing. Mine was stationary on a mat. And I was looking at it thinking my video editor had frozen. I was like, I'll film my hands for 5 minutes without anything there, whereas I can chat and bring up videos. So I was just trying to approach things a little bit differently. And, obviously, we've got a couple of sort of collaborations and things going on. And I just like playing the battle reports, really.
Yeah.
I just like I like doing the battles and just showing like narrative games and different ways to approach things. That's still mainly what I want to do. I've got a game potentially against Haley this week. So that'll be it's not Napoleonic. She specifically asked for not a Napoleonic game. So it might even be pillage. I might let her come and burn something. So that could be interesting.
You've got to give whoever's the most aggressive and violent figure on the table.
I like it's like this, and you can see all these comments in here, obviously, like this. But we have an audience. We're the PCP, and it's great, and that's why Salute was so cool, because it was a sort of meeting everybody. I guess the video I'd like to do when times out, I'd like to do a video about making minis and designing like that. Obviously I don't make miniatures the same way that Paul makes miniatures or any kind of producer, but it was quite fun doing the research for the Wars of the Roses stuff and getting the armor and showing that. I quite like to do that and just show how I sort of did that and then send it to the sculptor and then you get those bits back bit by bit. I mean, it would take quite a long time to put together. It wouldn't be like a video that you go, "Oh, I'm going to do this next week." You'd have to collect the footage now over a while, and then maybe do it from concept to here's the print, that, and then paint it. That would be
a really good video. That'd be really interesting, because I think that kind of thing people are fascinated by. It's like occasionally you'll see when a company put a video up of how they spin metal figures and that sort of thing. And they get huge numbers of views because people don't really understand how those little toy soldiers come out and how they're produced. So.
We've been joined by royalty, the big winner.
Oh my goodness, we're not worthy.
How you doing, dude?
We're not worthy.
How you doing? Do you know what? That game, there were so many those flags. I mean, he didn't wave a flag at me this time, but there were more flags on the table than last time. So no, it looked phenomenal. It really did. Congratulations, because it really did look cool. It really, really was very nice. Although I did see the table bowing in the middle under the weight of the miniatures that were on it at one point. It was really good. Actually, when I went over, it was quite cool, because I did see loads of. I don't know about Sloot. There were definitely more families at Sloot.
Yes,
there were more people with buggies and prams. And there was like the kit bashing area where I saw some like little girl beating her little brother with a miniature, which and the dad was just laughing. I mean, to be fair, well, I know I do, but
most dads will do that. To be fair,
but there were people were coming over, and he had his Yorkshire gamer sign up, and and I saw loads of little game or basically the dad had gone over, let's say, had gone over to look at about, and his kid, there was just like a line of little children, and their heads were at table level with just the flags, but you could see that there was just something. It looked awesome. So so it was that was very, very cool. So congratulations, dude. But I mean, we've talked like maybe about putting on a game at a show or something like that. That'd be fun. Maybe a video to do, kind of like a diary. But again, you'd have, here's your thing. But
no, that would be fun. I think, again, to show people what goes into putting these things together, the sort of things that that Ken and others put together at these conventions, and how the work that goes into it. So right about now, there's our club's putting together. We used to have our own show. And after COVID, it never restarted because we couldn't get the venues and blah blah blah. In time, you just sort of lose your slot in the calendar effectively. So we help out with the Reading one at Warfare, and we, a lot of people go down to help shift tables and chairs and what have you. But we also put on a game, and every year there's a lot of discussion amongst committee about what the game should be and what have you. So this year they're putting on a chariot racing game.
Oh, right.
And which again, the emphasis is on getting people to come and play. It's a participation game. So they've come up with and there's two guys working on it, and they are putting in a huge amount of effort. They're writing the rules for it. They're doing the building the stadium, and all the chariots are being 3D printed and what have you. And I know Alec did a video on his channel, sort of talking a little bit about it. But just that kind of journey of putting together a game like that is actually really interesting. I think people would be amazed by it. But it's a long form video, isn't it? You're going to be doing it over weeks while you put it all together.
If I was going to do a video like that, I think it would be better, rather than doing lots of little ones. I kind of feel like it'd be better doing just one, like maybe even if it was 45 minutes to an hour, and it's almost like a documentary, or rather than splitting it up and putting it with your other content. So you could, it could be quite fun to do.
The sad thing is though that I don't know whether you guys. I'm sure you do look at your algorithms and how the viewing habits, and most people don't watch more than 10 minutes of any video anyway. So it's sort of,
I
you
get
do an
confused
hour.
by the algorithm. It confuses me, those analytics.
One of the funniest things I think I've ever seen was when my last Turn Up 28 video, and someone unsubscribed from the channel within 30 seconds of that video going on.
Yeah, sorry, Steve, that was me.
Brilliant. I don't know. And I don't look at stats. I spend my day job looking at numbers and stats, and it hurts my brain. So I don't want to be doing it.
I'm not wedded to it, but it does make me laugh when I look at them. And you can see, especially the last one, you see the you can see when people peak viewed and when they dropped out.
Yeah.
Seventh Son, the movie coming soon.
There is a movie called Seventh Son. It's terrible.
There you go.
It's terrible thing. But all right then.
It'd be interesting to know though in the comments what people like about what videos they like, what sort of things. Not that we necessarily produce, but what sort of things do they particularly like watching? Because I'm always fascinated by it. I mean, I watched loads of YouTube videos of all sorts, some hobby related, some a lot not. But and I was watching something today about somebody putting together a 40k piece of terrain, and not because I'm ever going to do 40k, I assure you, everybody here. But it was just fascinating to see the techniques and how people do things, and things you can learn from different ways of doing it that you can then apply into the hobby. But it's interesting to know what people like.
I watch more videos about mountains than I do about wargaming.
Mountains.
I'm utterly fascinated by the Mountain K2, and I think I've watched every single documentary and video about K2 on YouTube.
Do you watch all those videos about the disasters that happen on those?
Oh yeah, you always disasters. Not.
Oh, and those ones they get me every time.
No, it's just I watched one. It was 45 minutes. It was a guy climbing K2, and he had a GoPro on, and it was just cut down to 45 minutes. And as someone that is absolutely terrified of heights, sometimes they're difficult to watch. But I'm just absolutely fascinated by. I mean, I like mountain climbing videos anyway, but K2 is my absolute fascination. I got an awful fascination about K2.
It's weird.
I listen to an awful lot of true crime and quite grim. But I like historical ones. I like the ones from the 19th century that were never solved, and that kind of stuff. But it's cool. Let's just quickly go through some of the starred comments. And then we'll have a look at some pickies. James said he'd love to see a video on designing and then playing a Nero game where poor Robin, as the visualist, is trying to put out Martin Nero's. I wonder where that was going. That's what I slowed down. I was like, he wants to see a game about Nero. I'm like, what the hell is he talking? Where's this going? With destructible terrain. So essentially you mean Gangs of Rome, but with fire is what we're talking about. Hobby Rush. I have 5 active projects on my desk, and instead of those, I'm prepping new Hixies Halflings. The only other things I purchased is Salute, and I'm just so excited for them. They are lovely. I need to finish mine off. I've done 75% of them, and I need to finish them off. I did, because I was chatting to I don't think I said this to Paul. I was chatting to Paul and then to Andy at the Andy Hobday at Salute, who does Warhost, and I'm going to be doing I want to do a Warhost battle report, and I did semi-threaten to put a halfling on the board, which I think Paul enjoyed, and Andy kind of just sort of grimaced and grimaced at me. So maybe we'll see. Maybe one has to get snuck in. Thomas said, sorry, he's jumping in late. Any recommendations for a new historical army or range, preferably Roman Republic, Napoleonic, ACW, or something similar? He's also working on Dead Man's Hand. Well, if you're working on Dead Man's Hand, that would probably work with the ACW. So you can do a bit of it in the ACW. So, I mean, there's a new you've got the Kepis and is it Kepis and Bayonets it's called, or Kepis and
yes, Kepis and and Bayonets.
So ACW. I mean, I wouldn't say we're a new range, but you can't go wrong with the Perry 28mm ACW set. If you got the Battle in a Box, that's would probably that would but that's essentially for muskets and tomahawks for muskets and tomahawks, to which Kepis and Bayonets is a expansion of. That would do it.
That's
more
recommended Pontic.
Yeah,
lots of troop options. Yeah, the Pontic book by Warlords. I keep looking at that, and I must get some games in of that, because that's got a huge variety of of troop types and everything else in there, and also Mr. Dave Brown's of Exolaris rules coming out. So
yes,
I think he said in the summer.
We've
hardly mentioned them ever. In the summer, I believe they're coming out.
Very cool. Hobby Brush. He said he's got a pick at a Twilight stand with a queue 5 minutes before they announce the doors. I tried to get near that stand like 3 or 4 times because I wanted to come and say hi, and it was rammed every single time that I went over there. He said there was a warlord at the front begging the guys to sell early while his mate next to him refusing the idea. Amazing. Narcies. We need Narcies. Everyone needs Narcies. We may not. It's like, what is it they said with Christopher Walken? More cowbell, more Narcies. Dwarven mustache. He did Shiver Shield Gore. Oh yeah, that guy did get released at Salute. Thomas, anyone got the Gripping Beast Anglo-Irish war figures? Thinking of running a Tan War game at a local club. I haven't. Dom, do you know anyone?
No, I haven't. No, that's not one I've played with. No, sorry, I can't help you on that one. I'm sure somebody in the chat will have done.
Yeah, I'm sure that's be floating around. If you don't post it up in the group in the PCP. By the way, you can find links to PCP down below. You can also find links to all of our channels down below. Feel free to like, hype, dislike, comment. Whatever feeds the algorithm. It's all there.
Is that? I was just thinking those rules. I was just thinking that those figures. Sorry, the Gripping Beast ones. Are they the same ones? I wonder as the what do they call them? Woodbine miniatures from the Gripping Beast be? Which are excellent. If they're the same range, they are really, really good. But I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Martin said, do any of you think Salute should be a 2-day event? Now, I think they get asked this a lot.
They do.
I don't know. My feeling is there isn't enough gaming to make it a 2-day event. If you added more gaming, then like at Warfare, where there's shitloads of tables for open gaming and tournament gaming, then yes. But I think I think as it is the hype and everything, I think a 1-day event is more than enough, and the expense of it as well.
I think that's the big thing. The cost of hiring the Excel Center for 2 days, it would just be ridiculously high, and they would have to, like Martin says. I mean, the thing about some shows that are based around competitions. You know you're going to have a full house of players there for 2 days. Warfare, for instance, 2-day show, but there's competitions that run on both days, and so they know they're going to be full. So I just don't think they could have sustained they wouldn't get 8,000 people coming on both days to Salute. They would get 8,000 spread over 2 days and be twice the cost. So
thinking about the well-being of the people at the stalls who are running that and doing running the games and running the things like that, some of them look like they're ready to drop at the end of it. It's like a marathon.
Yeah. It's exhausting.
Also,
hang on. We can start now. It's okay. Pause.
Hey. We can do another 2 hours. You can do another 2 hours.
Yeah, okay. We'll keep going for another 2.
Absolutely fine. Matt said he only set up his YouTube channel as Old World only because the algorithm would like it. It killed his enthusiasm. I'm going back to it this week. We were talking about this though, Matt. How many views did that short you put up of Robin where he was discussing whether the Old World rulebook was teal or peacock in colour? Did that get? Because was it 70,000? It was something ridiculous. But the problem was that most of his views, I swear to God, 75% of them are people who don't realise it's a joke. If you want to go and read the comments on there, and there's the comments, the abuse that's in there. There's some amazing comments. But yeah, go on, 70,000 views on this one short that he's done. And it's just Robin sitting there basically discussing whether it's teal in colour or peacock. And it upset. It seemed to upset and enrage a lot of people. You have to lie down all day Sunday after 1 day, 2 days, you carried out. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the big finale. Maybe that's it. And you can have all your pike blocks put around you. We'll carry you in a bit like on the shoulders. Wargamer and Ken. My second most viewed video is about using paint pens on MDF buildings. Yeah.
It's funny. That sort of thing. It's a classic example of things that just people love.
Yeah.
And we spend hours doing these big game things, and people just want a pen on an MDF model. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like mine. I did that video about how I set up the tables, and I agonised for ages about how to make the bloody thing. I was like, this is going to be so boring, so dull. It's me putting t-shirts underneath a cloth, and then fast forwarding, time lapsing it, and then just sort of scattering dirt on the table, and then putting trees and building up a landscape, and not having just a flat, actually having undulations on the board. And it was mental. It just went crazy. It just went crazy. And then I did the one on the castle, and that did really well as well. So now I'm sitting there thinking, what other ones can I do?
What other little things can I do?
Army parade. Army parades are good. I did used to do army parades. I probably should go back and do some again. I do get requests for people to see the whole of the War of the Roses thing. I don't know why. I always feel like it's there and it's something I can do, but it's usually something else I'm working on. I should do.
My big with those, and I do like doing them, and I do think about doing them more and more occasionally. But it's the hassle of getting them all out the boxes, laying them all out, and then putting them all away again afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm putting them out for a game, and then you can add the rest to it, then that's different. But
yeah. Carl, long form battle reports. Someone have them. Yeah, I mean, my battle reports I noticed creep up. I might battle because I like pillage games because they're 44 back. You can get like a 45-minute long battle report out of them. So you get like 45 minutes if I do the overhead footage. And then my normal battle reports, 90 minutes is where I try to. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then like the long, like I put up some really long ones, and I've considered doing them in part 1, part 2, but in the end, I just like, I'll just put it up.
I hear that a lot from people saying they just put it on in the background and just while they're painting and what have you. And because I did ask a while back whether people preferred, minded it being 2 hours long nearly often these videos, but the majority seem very happy with it.
Yeah, I've been going to be doing some solo wargaming for Guards of Traitors Toll, and I'm going to probably approach that in a shorter form, maybe 45 minutes, half an hour to 45 minutes, and I'll play the game over whatever 3 hours of that, and I'll break it down and release them episodically. I think maybe a bit more narratively.
That game will go on forever doing your dice roll. I mean,
it will do. Matt, apart from your good selves, I love the Lardy Patreon. If I'm watching them discuss rules and writing, fascinating. Those things are great. Lionheart, honestly, just update videos and enjoy seeing what other people are doing. People love it.
I agree. I like watching those.
Robin, I like it when people play against a suave, debonair opponent, or failing that, some random bloke that turns up and looks confused.
Who do they mean? Who does he mean?
I don't know. But he turns up with really, really nice like beef jerky. Like Robin went out and bought like the most expensive beef jerky that you could find, and I ate it. And initially, I looked at it, I was like, "This is just fat. Like you literally just look like a piece of fat." And I tried it. I was like, "Oh, it's a really weird texture. It's just all right." And then I found that I'd eaten this whole like massive bag over about 2 hours. I just kept on going back like a cat. It wanted some more. Let's just quickly, because we're going to go into overtime. There's so many lovely comments. I'm not going to be able to get through them all. But let's have a look at some of the pictures. Once again, thank you. Please do post up your pictures, your battles, your models. The group is got everything. It's got everything weird and wonderful and historical and
top 2,000 the other day.
We did hit 2,000. We hit 2,000. We are now enough to take on a pike block.
I mean, a small pike block, obviously, Ken would say. But
we outnumber the Swiss Guard by quite a bit now. There's only 159 of them.
It was very true.
Well, 189. There you go. We're still doing spectacularly. Alec, look at this. Speaking of conflict that we were talking about earlier, check that one out.
Oh, nice.
That is very, very cool.
I mean, they do look really cool models. I'll give them that. They do look very cool models. But yeah.
That is awesome, isn't it? Very nice. Lovely. John, put up these. I think these are from Empress, aren't they?
Oh, they are, aren't they? They're lovely. Very
Some amazing
nice
stuff.
Very
Really
nice.
like the blue on those. Very nice. You're an expert on blues, Dom, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I know all about blue.
Really nice. So we know. Then Dave has done these. Look at these veterans.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
Wow. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Really, really cool. Very nice. Lynn, look at that. He's painting some Hicks sculpts. Look at those. I just
I like
those. You can see obviously how he's undercoated those with the sort of the I was about to say Dunkel Girl, but it's basically it looks like Dunkel Girl.
Like
but I really like the warm tones. That is a lovely figure. He's put other ones up as well. You know, cracking. Chris, I quote: "The 6mm forces of the bastard" is what he puts up. Look at it, little Normans.
Little Normans.
Little Normans.
Correct.
Little Normans. Yeah, they're very
like
nice.
them a lot, actually. I don't
They're
want
cool.
to do 6mm, but they look amazing, don't they?
They look cool, don't they? That's the kind of thing where now you go and make an impulse purchase and
yeah.
Luckily,
Very I'm only drinking water tonight, or things might have been bought. Yeah.
Oliver has worked on some pike and shot.
Oh, yeah, cool. Nice.
Always nice to see. They're really nice.
Yeah,
very cool. Paul, he basically had a Barons War game, and as he had the table set up, he wanted to get some shots, and he's put up some lovely ones. But I really like this one of the sergeants coming down the road. Well, that was very cool.
Brilliant.
Really nice.
Brilliant.
As well. Lovely. Other Paul, he played the game.
Ooh.
He said he didn't have as many pike blocks and that as Ken, but I really liked this one. I just really liked the lineup. It was very cool.
That's cool.
Really nice.
They're very nice.
Lovely. Now Stephen is posted up 40k. Now Stephen posts up quite a lot of stuff, but I just love because you can just see because he posts up so much of this. It's brilliant. You can just see his painting and the different techniques, and then everything he's developing. It's so clean. It's a really nice paint job.
Lovely.
Really like that. Lovely stuff.
French, isn't it? I think French. Yeah.
It is French.
He did put a French. He said I think that's how he titled it. French Ultramarine on there. Go with yours, Dom. Robert. He's finished some War Games Atlantic stuff as well. There we go.
I recognise those pianos. Yeah, fantastic.
Beautiful. Lovely
job.
And then just to finish off, we have Warren, who was what was it? He was playing Rangers of Shadow Deep. So he's got some lovely photos. This is the group, his gaming group from there. So in game. So another one. So really, really nice. Cool. There are loads of photos on there, and we don't possibly have time to show them all, but we love seeing them. So please do carry on posting them. But yeah, it's been a great chat. Obviously, the big news is CrackCon. Thank you to everyone who has watched this. A big thank you to the super chats. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Remember, so 12 o'clock tomorrow, midday, CrackCon tickets go on sale. Dom's going to post the link in the group and
I did.
The comment. Yes.
I did.
Oh, you did.
I put it in the chat. I'll put it on the. There you go. I used your account. There you go. But it comes up as seven. It comes up as Seventh Son when I put it up there. So there you go.
Oh, right. I thought you meant in the Facebook group. I was really confused then for a minute. I was like, "Why are you on mine?" No, it was brilliant. I'll pull up the list of the games. If you've got any questions, just ask us. Shoot us an email, and we can't wait to see you guys again. But that's all of it. Next week we're over with Dom, who's going to be talking about designing your own convention. So that's very timely. And then the week after that we're back where we have Andy Hobday, and we talk about halflings in the world of Warhost. But actually, I just want to ask a lot about King John and what other books we're going to get, and the Barons War and the questions, and can't wait. But anyway, thank you very much for spending your evening with us, and we'll see you all again next week. So take care.
Have a good week,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.